God says it's not. Judgment is coming to this world, and judgment is coming to the house of God. And every man and woman and child has to make a decision where they stand in Jesus Christ. Children, if they're at the age of understanding, where they know that Jesus Christ is Lord, that they know that He came and died upon the cross, they are accountable unto God to live a holy and righteous life. And parents, you are accountable to lead them in the ways of Jesus Christ. You cannot let your children go their way and say one day they will find Christ. One day they will come unto Him. One day, Lord, they'll see things the right way. No, you cannot wash your hands from your children. You are accountable. And if you do not teach them the ways of Christ, if you not teach them the ways of the Lord, then their blood shall be upon your hands. Upon your hands. Now is the acceptable time. Now is a day of salvation. Now is a time to put your house in order. Now is a time to make things right. Now, people, before it's too late. You may think I'm sounding a trumpet that I shouldn't sound. You may say, this is impossible. This great judgment could not be coming. Well, I tell you this day, it is coming. You can reject my words. You can reject that which I say. But I pray to Almighty God that you don't. That one day you do not sit there and say, I wish I would have listened. I wish I would have heeded the word that was spoken. I wish I would have heeded the word that I received that day. As you are there in tears, as you see what is happening all around you. I want to go down to verse 12. It says, for I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am the Lord. This world, like Egypt in that day, has brought forth God after God after God after God. And they are worshiping all sorts of gods. Gods of lust and perversion, gods of materialism, gods of wickedness, gods of lust, gods of greed. Each one of these plagues was a representation of God executing judgment upon one of the gods of Egypt. Even the very Nile, which unto them they depended upon for water. It was a great resource to them. They had a God of water, and God executed judgment upon it by turning it to blood. But the very last plague, which was death, came upon Pharaoh's son. Because in the eyes of Egypt, Pharaoh's son was a son of a god. Because Pharaoh was God unto them. God is about to execute His judgment upon the gods of this world. And if you have your hands touching the gods of this world, I tell you this day, on behalf of the name of Almighty God, His judgment shall touch you as well. You cannot take hold of the world and expect to not face the judgment of the world that takes hold of it. You must let go, people. You must let go. God called Pharaoh in that day to let his people go. And he brought plague after plague after plague. And with the hardness of Pharaoh's heart, he would not let the people go. But then he brought a plague that Pharaoh could not handle. And then he let God's people go. God